Hello and welcome back to SARS Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big ups to everybody who is tuned in nice and early. Big ups to everybody who is in watching on a replay. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, people. We are back again for another episode of the Koora pod. And people, I've been missing for a minute, yeah? But there's good reason for why I've been missing, guys. As you can see by my finger, I did get married. Just this weekend gone. Big up to everyone. Big up. Yeah, I did get married. So a lot of the whole situation was me moving. I've moved up to Manchester as well because I've moved. So I've got married. I've moved houses. Right now I'm in my in-laws. Do you know what I mean? It's all mad. But listen, big up to everybody who is tuned in, man. Do you know what I mean? Because we're back. There's not going to be any stream. Back again, yeah, come on, man. Back a blood clot again. Do you know what I mean? And Mike Dawes puts it absolutely spot on. As a marriage gift, Arsenal are going trophyless, so it's mind games. Do you know what I mean? But listen, big up to everybody. Big up to Marco. Big up to Musti. Big up to Letty. Big up to Mike. Big up to Aaron. Big up to you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate it all, man. Yeah, it was massive. But obviously, I wish I could be here talking happy and gassed about football as well. But unfortunately, I have to come here and talk about how everything's gone to shit. And, you know, we have to talk about it. Everybody knows what's happened. Everybody knows what's going on. But anyway, I am joined by my brothers here. Man like T, man like Ash, man like Sami. So listen, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna try and keep this short, maybe an hour for this episode. But listen, big up to everybody. I just wanted to give an explanation why I've been away, why I've not been as consistent. But listen, after this, there's maybe it's about gonna be maybe a week or maybe a couple of extra weeks. After that, it's gonna be consistent streaming, more shows, everything. We're gonna be getting back into the swing of things. Yeah, I'm done with the moving now and everything. So I'm going to be working on my setup for the next week or two. And then, inshallah, we're going to be back to consistent streaming, guys. So, big out to everybody. But we do need to get into the fucking football, bro, because it's all mad. Since I've been gone, we have obviously have we done a stream since? Yeah, we have done a stream since then. Since I've been gone,
we've done it without you, bro. We've kept it going.
Since I've been gone, there's been like bottling trophies. There's been losing, getting dunked out to Southampton. There's been losses in the Premier League now to Bournemouth. It's all gone a bit mad, and obviously Arteta's doing his usual of some bullshit which we don't understand, and nobody can understand unless you're like clinically insane. But listen, we're here, man. We're here to speak about it. Big up to you, my brothers. How you guys doing anyway, man? Apart from football, man.
Great, man.
Yeah, great.
Go on, Sami.
No, I'm just saying great.
Alhamdulillah, bro. I'm, you know what I'm saying? I just watch basketball to forget about football. That's what I do.
I watch UFC and Formula One, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's there, bro. It's there. Do you know what I mean?
I need to distract myself. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah, and I'm doing a lot of gamings lately, so me too, bro. I'm like,
I just bought Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm playing it for the first time, bro, just to forget about football in general. You know what I'm saying?
But we'll see, man. I might be by the way, guys, I think I'm gonna be the most positive guy here. I have a feeling about it. Even more than Sam.
You're a top gooner. You're getting giddy.
Yeah, you're the most deluded person.
Not deluded, bro.
You got the giddy pass from Saad. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got.
Yeah, he's replacing souls today.
Yes.
Big up.
But let me actually. You know what? Because we're all obviously on the same mindset. Yeah. Let's let Sami go first. Just explain to us, because obviously you gave us a little snippet of what you think in the chat. Obviously we had conversations in the chat, guys. By the way, we got a group chat, so we had conversations there. But let us know what's your thoughts then with this whole situation. What's going on?
Look, it's it's really bad. I mean, when it comes to performances and all there's no Arsenal fan who's going to sit here and say that we played well against Southampton, against Bournemouth. We were really an abysmal when it comes to performances. The thing is, why I'm saying I'm going to be a little bit positive is going forward against Manchester City now. It is going to be a defining moment for Arsenal Football Club and also for Arteta too, specifically, because I don't have much faith on Arteta because I don't think he is a very good manager, to be honest. And the recent games and events that we've seen tells me also a lot and showed me a lot in a sense of I got convinced that even if we do win the league, it's not because Arteta was brilliant, but I think it's because the other team just fell off a cliff. But what I'm trying to say here, going to City, I'm going to reiterate what our legend Thierry Henry said. You know what? We have to go there and go fight, and go fight. Just go ahead and fight. I do believe in the players. I just don't believe in Arteta. I believe, the players know this is the biggest probably game in the whole season when it comes to the Premier League. I think they know that. I don't think Arteta is smart enough to acknowledge that, but the players do feel it. They want to prove a point. They want to become one of the Arsenal legends, because whoever is going to win us that game, if we do win it, the probability is low. But I see a draw against City. But a win is going to be really, really tough. But you know what I'm going to say to the players? Pull out your big boy pants, pull up your socks, and really give it a go. Not for Arteta, and if it's not for the fan base, at least for that badge. Go there, fight for that badge. That's how I want my team to be. I don't want to see the same performance against City in the final. We got dominated. We got walked in the park. Against Bournemouth, we got battered against Bournemouth. Literally battered. Bournemouth in Emirates Stadium. They played very well. I can't even begrudge them on that win. I can't. And this is where my optimism comes into flourishing. Is I want the players to prove a point. And I'm looking at certain players like Declan now is our captain. I'm looking at Eze. I'm looking at Saliba and Gabriel. I'm looking at those players. I'm saying, yo, guys, you got to carry us over the line. You have to carry us over the line. We cannot go another season trophyless, So, yeah, that's where my optimism really stems from. I don't know. Okay. I'm sure the fans
let me ask you
feel...
one thing then.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Who, you name these players, but these are not really game-changing players. Who is the game changer in our team that's going to take the game by the scruff of the neck?
I disagree with you. I mean, we've seen
brilliant out of nowhere, bro.
Yeah, we've seen Eze being so clutch last season with Crystal Palace, quarterfinal, semifinal, and also the final against Manchester City. We've seen Rice big moments against Real Madrid, for example. We've seen,
which was a free kick.
The free kicks, obviously. So we've seen some
were also
big
the
moments.
Last free kicks that he scored as a footballer.
What?
He didn't score any free kick after that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he scored also goals, right?
Of course, he scores goals, but
yeah,
what I'm trying to say is, yes, these players had those moments, but Eze, for example, this season has had those moments as well, by the way, but very limited.
Spurs, yeah.
Very limited. You know what I'm saying? And Rice, I said it backstage to Saad. Rice is shattered, bro. Rice is knackered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's running on fumes. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
These players did not get sent back because Arteta was doing a master plan in making these players rest before important games. You know what I'm saying? These players are actually going through it right now. You know what I'm saying? And other coaching staff, they see it. They see them, how they play, and they're saying, bro, this is below the limit of fatigueness that you can have, bro. You know what I'm saying? As a footballer, you need to have a certain rhythm, a certain amount of energy so you can put that on the pitch. But if you're an overworked horse like Rice is, for example, you will get a worse player. And I feel like in the last month or so, maybe even longer, we have seen a way worse Rice, and that's purely because of his fitness. You know,
you're not wrong, T. You're not wrong.
When you play FIFA,
yeah,
and you play career mode, yeah. When you play players, the stamina bar, it goes lower, 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 lower. And in the next game, those stamina bars are like this. You know what I'm saying? That's Rice's stamina bar right now. His stamina bar is like this, bro. These players are shattered, is what I'm saying. And we expect them to change games. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, like I said, again, Eze also is an X factor for me. Dauman is an X factor to me. I know there's a lot to put on the kid, but I do feel Dauman could be an X factor for Arsenal. Now, I understand the probability of us winning against City is very, very low. It's just that I think with a more positive mindset, you could, the probability slightly increase to your favor if you do believe that you can go there and win. That's all I'm saying.
So why did you predict us to lose against Man City when we did the run-in predictions?
No, I still think that we will lose, Ash. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, I'll always support my team. That's the differentiating
we're
factor.
All going to support the team, though. We're all going to support
exactly. So, but this is me supporting my team, right? You guys have a different way. It's fine. It's up to you. I'm not dictating how you're supposed to support your team. I'm just saying, with a little bit of positivity, I think it increases your chances slightly that you can do it. Now, can we do it? Yes. Is it going to happen? Most likely not.
Let me. I'm just quickly going to go because I need to explain, because obviously I was the more positive out of everyone here. So obviously I'm taking the biggest licks right now because how stupid of me to succumb to this.
Stupid is the correct word.
Shut up. Can you shut up for a second and let me land? You idiot. Let me land. Yeah? When I'm being vulnerable and when I'm opening up to everybody, relax. Brother, let me be, man. Let me be, bro. Let me be. I can't believe how stupid I am to sit here and expect us to actually, take this on the neck and to say, you know what? Let's go from here. Because I actually believe that some of these players are going to step up. I believe that even regardless of the manager's tactics, some of these players would take it on themselves to really, carry that torch and say, you know what? We've got 7 games left. Let's fucking do it, bro. Let's just fucking do it. 7 games left. Let's go. Let's win this title so we can go and celebrate in May. But nah, you know what I mean? These guys dragged my fucking name through the mud and said, yeah, we're going to shit on you because you believed in us, man. You can hold that. That's what they said to me. Now, the manager's a piece of shit, and this is the reality of the situation. The manager's a terrible human being. That's what we need to start. Is that this guy has now resorted to fucking doing campfires outside in the training ground and roasting marshmallows. I don't know what he's doing in the training ground. Meanwhile, we're fucking out here.
I think that's not true. Is it true?
I don't give a fuck if it's true or not true. I don't care.
Telling campfire stories, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, this guy telling campfire stories. Is if that's not true, the fact that I believe it and the fact that I think it would be true is just as bad. Because you tell me that, I'm not gonna sit here and say, nah, that's not true, bro.
No, but sad. What he did do was he did put a picture of wolves with Arsenal flags and saying we need to attack the ball like wolves in a pack or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, these guys are playing songs, bro. They're playing meme songs in training. Like they're playing meme songs in training, bro. Of like the players' names being rapped and shit. Like, bro, come on, man. Get a fucking grip. You need to go back. I don't know what this weird shit is. Go back to what works. And what works is telling these players, I need you guys to do this, this, and this. I need you to attack like this. I need to do this. None of this fucking like fruity shit, bro. We don't need this.
Yeah,
why do you need this odd shit? Now hold on.
I want to just caveat to that. I want them also to find the grit and the wit. Not, I mean, when it comes to numbers, you're right. You know, the form is in City's favor. They are smashing teams, and they're probably gonna, excuse me, they're probably gonna be the favorites, and we're the underdogs in that particular game. But that's where I want the team to find themselves again, and put that kind of confidence in themselves to say we can do it. So if they don't believe they can do it, they will never do it. That's all I'm saying.
But this is why I come to this game, because I actually think we're gonna get something out of this game.
I think it's a draw, by the way.
I think that we can get a draw at this game because
Wait, Sami, so now you're changing your mind again. Are we losing or are we drawing?
Can you
It's most likely lost, but I think we can nick a draw.
I mean, that's not very optimistic of you, Sami.
Yeah,
It's
it's not.
pretty realistic, I would say.
Yeah, listen.
Last 5 games, we drew what 3-4 games against them in the league.
Yeah, but you said you're optimistic, but you predict us losing or drawing.
No, I predict that we're gonna draw this game. Honestly, even though my head is saying that they're gonna smash us, but still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough, bro. I mean, I do believe that we're gonna get beat up, you know, because listen, this is a movie scenario type situation that we're in, guys. We are in terrible form. We beat Sporting by scoring 1 goal in 2 legs while defending the other minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's the definition of haram football, first of all.
Wallahi.
And second of all, we cannot beat Southampton. We cannot beat like the teams in front of us who are way worse than City. And we expect them to win at the Etihad, which we haven't won in like many, many years. And also, City are in good form, amazing form, in fact.
2015, by the way.
And Turkey is looking like the better player if you compare him with Wirtz, for example. Turkey looks like the 116 million pound player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's balling out.
So this is a movie type scenario where we have one team who's terrible and one team who is in form and is looking brilliant, and they are playing at home. What's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? The most obvious thing is to say they're going to smash us 3-1, like 3-1 or something. Because that's how I feel right now.
I don't believe so.
Or 3-1 City.
But here's the thing, yeah. So, for me, I'm concerned. I am concerned that we could lose. I don't think they'll smash us, but I'm concerned that we'll lose. Okay, let me say it like this, because getting smashed doesn't necessarily mean big scoreline. Yeah, you can get smashed like the 2-0 in the FA Carabao Cup final. 2-0 wasn't a big scoreline, but we did get smashed because they dominated us in every aspect of the pitch. You know what I mean? So I'm concerned. Yes, I'm concerned that we could lose this game. I don't think we'll get smashed now. And the reason why is because I think defensively, Arteta is going to approach this game in a whole different way. He said in his press conference now, we don't think about that. We think about winning only. We don't think about drawing. That's bullshit. Don't give us that bullshit when you've been telling these players not to lose, to the fact where they're coming out in interviews themselves and saying, if you can't win a game, you don't lose it. Don't start giving us this bullshit of we don't think about losing or we don't think about draws. When you do think about draws, and you've told them if you don't win a game, you make sure you get that draw. You make sure you leave there with a point. So for me, I actually have confidence that he will get a draw. I actually think we'll draw. And luckily for us, yeah, luckily for us, if we get a draw, we're still in the driver's seat. Luckily, because if we had to win this game, I'd come here right now and I'd say to you, 99% sure we're done. There's no way on God's green that we winning this game if we had to win. So luckily we get to draw and we still get to be in the driver's seat of the league. And then it's down to these players, which do I still think they're going to win the league? I don't know, bro, because these guys have shown pure capitulation. I've seen this story before with my eyes. Can these play Zubimendi? Listen, I know people are starting to do the whole gimmick of he's played too many games. Nah, bro, this guy's just making stupid mistakes. You're not in La Liga no more, big bro. You're not in fucking La Liga no more. You can't have that much space on the ball. These men press you at the second, bro. There's a reason why the door started opening, bro. There's a reason why Iraiola's team is so good. And it is so competitive in games, bro, because they press you. Their pressing is outstanding. Zubimendi can't handle these pressure games where you're getting pressed to Ras. They cancel him out of the game. They cancel him out of the game because every time he gets the ball, he gets pressured straight away by 2 players. So we need to do something. This game, I'll be real, I wouldn't even play Zubimendi. Take him out. Play somebody else. Somebody who's press resistant. Somebody who can get the ball and move it quickly. We need to do something different. We need to do something different.
Do you think Zubimendi was good at the beginning of the season, Saad?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
But I think he's dropped massively. And even
right.
But
yeah, I'm coming to that. So if he played almost 2,500 minutes, right, or even more than that, compared to Norgard, who played only 40 minutes in the league, don't you think that is a big reason why he looks like this? Where he's not used to the high press and also not used to the Premier League congested schedule.
I mean, the reason why I say this is because even in, and I've sat here and watched games all season with T, with Ash. We've watched games, yeah. Zubimendi, even at the start of the season, was making stupid mistakes under pressure. Go back and look at the games that he's given away goals. Go back to look at the games where he's given the ball away in our own half, given the ball away, and it's led to a goal. It's led to a dangerous chance. We can count on one hand the times that Rice has done that, because Rice is used to it. But Zubimendi, look at the start of the season and look at the thing. And I'm not going to do this, Fazili. I'm not going to do this first season. Spare him. No, bro. You come to Arsenal, bro. You know where it is. You know where it is. This is not a joke thing. This is not a. Anyway, listen. I think we're going to draw the game. I'm fuming. Somebody go, because somebody's at the door. Please, man. Because I'm fuming, bro. Now
we haven't heard from you, Ash.
We can all agree that Zubimendi was not an upgrade on Partey now, right? Like
in certain aspects, like getting out of the press. I think Partey was better. Getting out the press, we used to in the build up used to be better.
Because obviously the Partey situation was a outside the field situation, so it's understandable why he left. But for the people that were saying that Zubimendi was a clear and cut better player than someone like Partey,
that's what I'm saying.
In my opinion,
he was good at the beginning.
Bro.
He was really good at the beginning. Like Zubimendi was extraordinary at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, but also you're right though. He played a lot of minutes like Rice did. That's why Rice is tired as well. I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? But also
we had their play, which is Norgard. That's the thing. He didn't rotate. The manager did not rotate, and that's on him.
Yeah,
right. That's on him.
But you also need to think about this: the player at the beginning was not used to Arteta's system, and he was just showing his own talents, what he learned at Sociedad. You know what I'm saying? Now the player is playing the Arteta system, so maybe
it's a system now.
Yeah, it could also play a big part. You know what I'm saying? Because I keep the same energy with everyone, like I did with Gyökeres. But you guys say Gyökeres is my favorite, so I will go on a limb, especially for him. But I do believe that him holding on to the ball for that long is not purely on him. I also believe that it's also instructions. You can go.
Can I just say,
my bad, bro.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, go on, Ash. Go on. Sorry, mate.
No, go on. I didn't go on, Saad.
No, you go, because there's some talking points which people have put. Marco's put some talking points, and I just want to address. Actually, let me just address this before you go. Boston, I know you're saying that Rodri had a worse season than Zubi in his first season, but this is the problem for me, yeah? The problem for me is he's an expansive attacking system, a brilliant system where he's putting risks, where he's put in situations where he's going to come up against teams that will press him. But at least he's got players that are that are giving him attacking options. When you play in our system, which is so closed in, and you're in such a tight space, and sometimes you're just left with such a moment where you're just like, how do I say it without sounding mad? I'm gonna say it anyway. Where you're sucking the team in, and you're just like letting them get in,
absorbing.
Yeah, absorbing the pressure and absorbing the pressure and absorbing the pressure, bro. You can't. That's not the way to bring in a. Look at Ash just smiling. This guy.
The man whose first language is English couldn't find another word outside sucking.
Yeah, Mad. I listen. It's mad. It's mad.
Hey, bro.
It's mad. No, but you guys get what I'm saying, innit? When you're in that situation, when you're playing in that system, it's completely different to what Rodri had. That's why Rodri became the best, because he was put in that situation where he can play in an expansive, free-flowing system. Which
and it's also Pep Guardiola, guys. Let's not compare.
Yeah, of course.
Pep improving players to
100%. I mean,
it's not. It's night and day. It's night and day.
Yeah. Well, let's let Ash go, and then I got a thing that I want to discuss quickly.
Honestly, I'm so tired discussing this bomb team. Generally, it's like there's a silver lining of if we don't win anything this season, at least I won't have to watch this crap next season while this idiot is still here as a manager. But yeah, look, it is what it is, man. We are facing a potential massive. Let me rephrase that. We're facing a potential bottle job that will be classified as the biggest bottle job in Premier League history. Especially given where we were, given all the 4 competitions we were in up until March, given how easy our draws were in the League Cup and the FA Cup and in the Champions League. It's like God intervened with Arsenal and said, "I'm gonna make this as easy as possible for you guys," and our manager just took that and shat all over it. Yeah, look, it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. I think the Bournemouth defeat kind of was the cherry on the cake. I think Southampton and the Carabao Cup final obviously were not easy and they were bad, but we always had that solace of, at least we're going to win the league. And I think everything he's been doing from the beginning of the season has piled up now and got to a point where, when we say it's not sustainable, it's not sustainable. Now we're seeing the results of the lack of sustainability in that attacking approach of his, in that playing style. I always have said this, that the reality is it's been proven that attacking systems win you the league a lot more. And it's not just by goals scored. I even went and did a bit more digging, and I found out that since the time we challenged for the league, which is the 22-23 season, the teams that end up winning the league usually end up first or second in most attacking metrics. For example, total shot attempts. City and Liverpool over the last 3 seasons have either been first or second when they've won the league. Arsenal this season are 4th in the league for that. Shots from the penalty box. Arsenal are 4th this season versus Liverpool and City, who are always first and second. Where we are first? We're first for shots taken from the 6-yard box. Why? Because of corners. Because we've taken the most corners, so that's a 6-yard box. We end up heading from there. It pains me to say someone like Hussam, big up Hussam, but it pains me to say someone like Hussam was right when he said, "What if the set pieces dry up? What are you guys going to do?" And it has dried up. Teams have figured it out, or we've just not been as good at it as we have been before. And that's obviously caused us massive problems because now we don't know how to open the scoring. A lot of the games back then when we were playing really well and smashing teams, sometimes we would open the scoring with a set piece and that would open up the game for us and give us that comfort. And we have lost that for the last few months. But anyways, when I look at attacking metrics, I don't think this manager can do something with us. And I agree with T. In the long run, even if we win the league this season, I don't think he should be here because I just don't think he'll be able to handle the next few seasons. I think City and Liverpool and all these other teams will eventually get back and it'll become a lot harder for us. But for this season specifically, I generally cannot see it end in any way but like disaster. I've always said we're not winning the Champions League. So for me, I'm not changing my mind there. I think we'd probably knock out Atletico Madrid. But I have to say probably loosely now, given what happened in the last few weeks. And I think we'll get slapped up by Bayern or PSG, whoever we play in the finals. I think probably PSG. And I think we'll get slapped up by them in the finals. I don't know. This PSG has shown me less vulnerability than Bayern over the last few games. But anyways, we'll see. And from the league perspective, can we win the league if we lose to City? Yeah, of course we can, because they have to travel away to Bournemouth and away to Everton. The problem is I don't see us winning all our remaining 5 games. I really, really don't. If you told me right now, guaranteed Arsenal win the remaining 5 games after they lose to City, I'd say, yeah, you know what? I think we might win the league then. because I'm not 100% sure City can win all their games. They have Everton away, Bournemouth away, which are very difficult games. Brentford at home will also be difficult. Villa at home in the last game of the season will be difficult.
But I think, may I intervene? Even if we
Yeah, of
win
course.
the next 5 games, and assuming they win against us, of course, you're assuming they win against us, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right. Okay. So, but if you look at the goal difference, I think they already almost going to catch us up for like 3. I think.
Yeah, they're
right
2
now.
goals behind. They're 2 goals behind, and if they beat us, they'll close it down. No, 3 behind. If they beat us, they'll close it down. If they win their game in hand, they'll close that down further. So, for me, goal difference is never a question. I've never once in my life thought that.
So even if we win the next 5 games, I don't think we're gonna outscore them.
Exactly. I know, but I don't think they will win their next 5 games. That's what I'm saying. But the reality is, I don't think we will win our next 5 games either. I would be surprised if we beat Newcastle. I'm not even joking. I think if we lose to City, I would be shocked if we beat Newcastle. I think we'll probably get a draw there. We'll beat Burnley. We'll beat Fulham. I think we might draw to West Ham because they're battling relegation. They'll go all in for that match. And then last game of the season, depends. If we need to win the Palace game to win the league, I don't think we win it. If we don't need to win that game to win the league, I think then we might win it because there'll be way less pressure and Palace will be focused on the Conference League if they make it to the finals. So yeah, look, it sucks, man. It's such a shitty ending, but it is what it is. It's caught up to us. And people are saying, oh, we need this player back. We need that player back. Bro, Saka's been garbage all season. What is he going to come back and do? You think he's going to do anything against the fullback, against Nico O'Reilly? He's going to get bent over by Nico O'Reilly. It doesn't really matter. Madueke, yes, he's better than Madueke. Don't get me wrong, for sure. And that definitely will help us. But I'd rather see Max Dauman start over both of them. We need something different. We need something different that could actually work there and could surprise City a little bit.
Sorry, Max Dauman. I want to say Max Dauman.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Madueke could be not ready. I mean, he could be still injured.
No. Arteta apparently said he's confident, or not confident, but he said he's hopeful that he'll make it. And if he does make it, then yeah. Look, I've never wished injury on a player, and I will not wish injury on any player.
I feel it, by the way.
But I will say, while I do not wish any injury on a player, and I really felt sad seeing the Ekitike thing, by the way, because that is so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But he fought so hard to make it to the World Cup. And I really wish Madueke makes it to the World Cup because that's obviously going to be his dream, and he's obviously trying to fight to get there as well. So I'm really happy that he's not got a serious injury. But the downside of him being fit, again, not saying that I wished him injury, of course not. But the downside of him being fit is he's 100% going to start. And if he starts,
even if Madueke is not there, by the way, he will play Martinelli on the right over Dauman. That's the thing, man.
Which is even worse.
I think he needs to experiment and not experiment in the sense of try something new, but because we already tried this before and it worked some games and some games it didn't work. Why not play Jesus on the wing? Because I do believe that it cannot get any worse.
Which wing?
What?
Left wing.
Left wing or right wing, it doesn't matter to me because he can play both. And because the thing is, are you done giving your whole...
I'll just say one last thing to your response there, T.
Yeah.
If we had a proper manager who could set up a game correctly, I would start Martinelli 100%. Because if he's smart enough and knows how to use his team, he would put Martinelli in a position where Martinelli can make inside runs and hit them on the counter, right? That Martinelli is the most dangerous Martinelli. And Man City will 1,000,000% give us spaces because unlike our coward of a manager, their manager will say, I need to attack. Push players forward. You guys need to go forward. And he's going to trust Kusanov to try to do all the tracking back and all that stuff and use his pace. But because our manager doesn't know how to use Martinelli, or he's forgotten how to use Martinelli, he's become brain dead. Yes, then in that case, I would start like Trossard or Eze or someone on the left, or even Jesus. Then I would agree with you. Yeah, go on.
Just to give my 2 cents about the whole situation because we haven't spoken last week as well, so we have a lot else back to back. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the sporting game, but sporting game, there's nothing to speak about really.
There's nothing to talk. 0.6 XP for each team or something. Yeah.
I was surprised when I saw Zubimendi winning man of the match. I was like, okay, what did he do actually? Why did he win the man of the match?
No, he was man of the match.
He was okay by the defensive stuff.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
The one thing I'll say is Zubimendi played the 8 in that game, not the 6, and Rice played more of the 6. So maybe maybe that's something Arteta's gonna keep doing from here till the end of the season.
I mean, let's hope, because because Zubimendi makes the most mistakes when he's at the 6, when he tries to hold on to the ball and they catch us on a counter. You know what I'm saying? But bro, like you said, bro, it's getting boring and jarring speaking about the same players, about the same mistakes, about the same changes that he needs to make for this team to gel. Blah blah blah. It's like we're watching the Koora episode 50 over and over again. You know what I'm saying? And we're on episode 77 right now. So I said at the beginning, I said boring football. I don't like to watch it, but if you win me a trophy, cool. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Because you need to know your history. We won trophies while playing boring, but it was effective at the end of the day. We even won a European trophy playing that way. Back it was a different trophy. You know what I'm saying? So people need to remember and also realize that, yes, you can play boring football, but if it stops being effective, like the set pieces, for example, when is the last time we scored a set piece? When is the last time we actually build up play and scored an amazing goal? You know what I'm saying? I cannot remember. It feels like ages ago. It almost feels like this team is trying to hold on for dear life every game. I have no chill game when I watch Arsenal in this last month or so. Every game, my blood pressure skies that way. You know what I'm saying? And I go you know what I'm saying? It's very stressful. I need to visit my mom's house and use her, you know what I'm saying, blood pressure device. You know what I'm saying? And eat some mom's cooking to get comfort food. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it gets sickening watching this football, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if you win me the league, I won't mind. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's the ultimate goal for me. Everything else, obviously, I want the Carabao Cup and all of those other stuff. For me, at this moment, I just have my eyes on the league. Just win me the league, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can play like this for now. Just win me the league. But the concern comes when this football that we play stops becoming effective. And that's what it's become right now. People have figured us out. People have figured this play style out. And the problem is, when they score first, most of the time we don't have any answers. We still are very slow, very passive when we're building up, when we are behind. And that's the most concerning part. These players are showing no urgency, no hunger at that moment when we are 1 or 2 goals behind. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those situations where I just look at this team and I just don't see the hunger right now. You know? And that could be because of tiredness. That could be because they are carrying injuries. I don't know. At this moment, it's all a mystery for me. Because the manager is saying one thing, and then I see other coaching staff say the other when they go to their national teams. You know what I'm saying? So right now, like I said, it's just the same story, different day at this moment in time. And right now, even though we are not playing amazing football, even though we are stinking out the place, I need these guys, and we need these guys to get a result at Manchester City. Because if we lose against City and they can tie the points by winning their game in hand, they are, in my opinion, the favorites from that moment. Because they are scoring more goals than us right now. Their attack looks more fluid than us, you know? And I don't think if we win every game 1-0 or 2-1, we cannot keep this goal difference that we have right now against City, and they will get past us. And from that moment, they will win the league. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to stay doom and gloom. I still have a glimmer of hope in me that we can go to the Etihad and do something. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen us play brilliant against City, but it got fucked up because of red cards or injuries at that moment. You know what I'm saying? In those specific games. But if this team can find a way to play some good football against this team, we can actually go out and beat them. But these players need to show up. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely, man. I completely agree with T, man. Let me just get this super chat out of the way. AMT said the first 25 games or so, Zubimendi scored 5 goals at 6. That means a goal every 5 Premier League games. That's not what I'm saying, though, bro. I'm just trying to state to you that even during that good period that Zubimendi had, he was still a lot of times caught lacking in the press against teams that press high, against teams who have an efficient press. Like, he got caught lacking in all of those games. There was even a trend going on of all of the away games. Like, if
He
you
didn't
look
have
at
that mistakes at the beginning. Sorry.
he had like 3 or 4 mistakes, bro, in
No.
Champions League
Yeah,
and in
but his first one was against Spurs, bro. That came way later.
Yeah,
That
bro.
came
I
way
don't.
later. We need
I
to
don't
not
recall.
exaggerate now.
And that's why the fan base was saying he was upgrade on Party, because he didn't do that, at the beginning, and that's what I'm saying.
I mean, that was never Party's role, though. Party was a 6. He even played
No,
right.
I'm
back, you know what
not
saying?
comparing him to Party. I'm saying that's why the fan base was over exaggerating, saying he's better
I
better than
understand.
Party because he didn't do those mistakes. Because nobody would have said he's better than Party if he was doing those silly mistakes and led to goals.
I mean, to be honest, our fan base likes to ignore mistakes if he compensates with goals or assists. You know what I'm saying?
He's definitely not upgrade on Party.
That
That's 100% correct. Like, people did go crazy and started glazing and going like all mad. The reality is he's a good player. Can he be better than Party in the long run? Maybe, I don't know. But is he a better player than Party today than what Party was for us up until last season? The answer is unequivocally no. Like, it's crazy. His Party was better. The only thing he did better than Party is scoring goals. That's it. He's better at like going forward and shooting and getting into the box. Whereas everything we needed from our DM, Party was better at. Party, I think, was better at winning the ball back. Party was also fantastic in the air like Zubimendi, but he was better at beating the press, better at carrying the ball forward, better at dribbling, better at passing the ball forward and taking that risk. And actually, he was so forward-minded in the way he played. He never played passive. He never, give me the ball, let me play right, let me play left. He would even not make players sometimes to get out of danger and go forward with it. We went from having, and I'll give credit to Granit Xhaka, because even I think Granit Xhaka was obviously heavily criticized for majority of his Arsenal career. But in his last season with Arsenal, when he played that 8 role instead of the 6 and Party played the 6, both of them were extremely forward-minded. Both of them always wanted to ask for the ball, and they were good on the pressure and they could carry it forward. I think Rice, compared to Xhaka, is fine. I think Rice could also do that job. I think Zubimendi, while he can do that job, he hasn't done it to that level of Party. And I think a lot of it has to do with the manager, in my opinion. I think you replace Arteta with someone like Fabregas as coach right now, Zubimendi immediately starts playing better. Because he'll be learning from a midfielder, an ex-midfielder, who knew nothing but creativity, who wanted to do nothing but play the ball forward, who wanted to do nothing but take risky passes and make sure he's creating chances. Versus, let's be honest, like, Arteta, even as a football player, was extremely safe, was extremely passive, was extremely side pass right, side pass left, side pass right, side pass left. So it's literally like a second version of Arteta.
On this topic, then let's just quickly go to this topic, because what we're going to do is we're going to have a discussion and then we're just going to go straight into predictions, because, do you know what I mean, wallahi, mind games. So Marco came out and said, so how do you lot think we should bypass the press? How do you lot think we should set up?
Very easy.
Tactically, what should we do?
Very easy. How do we beat the press? By playing through the lines. It's not that complicated. People see a bank of 4 and they think, oh my God, how will we pass? These 4 are not covering the entire pitch. There's a gap between each one of them, right? Yeah. And the 70th minute of the Carabao Cup final, when we were losing now and it's over, and now the players started thinking, oh, who gives a shit? Kepa played a pass through that line to Declan Rice, and Declan Rice carried it forward. Chelsea in the first half had the same press on them with that bank of 4 from City. And the first half, they beat that press many times when they played the ball through the press and they carried forward the attack. Obviously, Chelsea were not able to do anything with that attack after. But we should be better than Chelsea in that regards. Even against Bournemouth also tried pressing us with a bank of 4 in moments in the game. And Raya played the ball through the middle, through them so beautifully. It went to Havertz, and Havertz ended up ruining the whole attack when he made the wrong pass to Martinelli. So the point is, you have to take that risk and play the passes through the lines. It's not that complicated. And then later, if it comes to, let's say, an Eze, for example, who goes up against Rodri or Bernardo Silva, I will trust Eze to be able to beat them and create that separation. Because if we cannot trust Eze to dribble past Bernardo Silva or to create separation between him and Rodri, who's not like the Rodri from 2 years ago, then what the hell are you here for? Right? That's stupidity as well. So,
Guys, you know
how you do that? Oh, my bad.
No, go, bro, go.
No, I just want to say, you know how to do that? Making yourself available, because these players like to hide behind players. You know what I'm saying? The reason why we lost a lot of these games is because we couldn't play out of people's pressure, even the likes of Southampton, for example. And that's because we kept passing back to Raya. How many touches again, guys? 38 touches? 38 passes back to Raya?
One of the
38
highest,
passes
yeah.
back to Raya.
Yeah,
That's not.
No, and
Second
what
highest,
did we do?
imagine.
We went long, and we have Gyökeres, who's not known for his headers, and we have Havertz, who's a donkey. You know what I'm saying? So at this moment in time, the way we play is not build up; it's going long, and that's our biggest issue.
Yeah,
as well.
hoofball.
Yeah, we're just playing hoofball, bro. That's the problem.
The thing is, for me, is that we have Arteta has the capability of being one of the best managers in the world, and I'll tell you why. Just let me land before you guys.
I don't
jump
think he
in.
does, but explain. Yeah, I want to hear that.
If he just tweaked his game to implement risk, and implement that never say die attitude attacking wise, I think Arteta could become one of the best managers in the world, because he could implement that ability to obviously there comes the coaching aspect of attacking. I'm hoping that with him taking the risk, he'd be able to come with different ideas and stuff like
But
that.
then you can say the same thing about every manager in the world. If this manager implemented risk, he would be like every manager is the same, no?
No, because I don't think
you don't have it. You don't have it.
I don't think the managers. I don't think a lot of managers have like the way he's been able to build the defensive structure that he has. And yes, the defensive structure has killed us.
I actually want to question that. What do you mean he built a? Can you actually clarify what did he mean? What do you mean by he built a defensive structure? What did he do?
I mean, listen. When it comes to
he made everyone a defender, actually.
No, it's not about everyone. I'm not gonna say I don't agree with the right wingers and the left wingers being so far in the defensive. I still think at least one of them should be out. But I'm not completely against the idea of one of the wingers helping out with the defense, or one of the defenders dropping in to make it like a.
And that's why Saka's injured. But in my opinion, I'm
not completely against one of them getting involved.
Yeah, and that's why Saka's struggling now with injuries.
Do you guys think we have good defenders, like quality defenders?
Yeah, I do. Saliba and Gabriel, I do think they're quality.
Okay, yeah, not just Saliba. I think even Timber's quality in defending. I think Hincapié's quality in defending. I think Calafiori has done a good job defending. Even Mosquera, when called upon, has done a good job in defending. I actually then can argue, because we have quality defenders, I can argue Arteta has not done anything great defensively. All he's done is he's asked the entire unit to defend.
Kivior, you remember Kivior, right?
Yeah, and he wasn't
Kivior good. Thank you. So he wasn't great, but against Madrid, he looked phenomenal.
That's one game, but he had many other games where he cost us and he wasn't good. For example, against Fulham, he's the reason we conceded that goal when Raúl Jiménez scored and we drew 1-1. Against PSV Eindhoven, Serginho Dest and Bakayoko came off the bench and roasted him and nutmegged him in 2-3 minutes in a row. Let's not forget the bad moments he's had and name the good moments. There are many shitty defenders like Otamendi and Demichelis and Mangala, who used to play for Man City and all their crap, who had some good moments. That's fine. The question is, can you do it over a whole season? Can you do it over 2 seasons? Wow, beautiful. My glass broke. It doesn't matter. My point is, it's easy to look at one game. My wife's gonna kill me because she loves that glass.
Bro, it's the fact that Ash were like this. The glass fell. Bro, the glass fell and Ash was like this. Good, my glass broke. Anyway, guys.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? My point about the Arsenal defense is, it's so easy to say Arteta has done a fantastic job defense. I can say what he's done a fantastic job at, and I'll give him credit there, is the recruitment of defenders, like recruiting Gabriel, recruiting Mosquera, or recruiting Hincapié, Calafiori. Fine. His selection of defenders, top notch. I'll give him that. But the defending that we are doing, that's so complicated. If I have some of the best defenders, and I ask my whole team to sit back behind the ball in a structured unit, then of course we're not going to concede those many goals, because you already have world-class defenders, and on top of that you said, let me park the bus. Well, not exactly park the bus, but you know what I mean, like all 10 behind the ball. That's what I'm trying to say. So
no, he tends to go pragmatic, but I want to answer the question that was imposed earlier about how to beat the press. I think the way you beat the press is you play press-resistant players. And who do I mean by that? I would play Skelly, for example. I think Skelly is a good player under pressure. He can get over the press, find those runs, finds those gaps. I would even think of several players. I mean, this is what Terran told me, BBK, earlier in my show, that yes, you should play press-resistant player. Yes, Hincapie is better defensively. I'm not arguing that. I think Hincapie is one of the best signings that we had. But if you're going to go at City and they're going to press you, then I would go with Skelly. And on the right, you're going to play, for example, Mosquera. So when Skelly inverts to the midfield and try to support the midfield to get out of that press, then I would trust Mosquera, I would trust Saliba and Gabriel to defend that back line.
So
this is how...
I'm assuming you're saying play him in the midfield, yeah?
No, as a left back, but he should invert.
No, I don't want him as a left back. No way. Are you crazy? Bro,
I'm just saying, if you want to go, hold on. If you want to go and defend, if you want to go and defend and park the bus, that's fine. You can play Hincapie and play all the defensive players that you want. Then there's no players that can actually move the ball forward for you. And this is why I mentioned Skelly, that he can play and invert with Rice and then Zubimendi on the 8 and Eze up front.
If he wants an offensive left back, he would go for Calafiori.
Yeah.
But Calafiori is not good with the press, bro.
But my problem with
but he is an offensive left back, though.
What is this offensive left back? What does it mean?
Bro, he's everywhere but the defense, bro. What you mean? He's literally in front of goal sometimes.
What does he dribble players? Does he get out of the press? What does he do?
No, he goes forward.
Instead of
asks him to.
What? I can't go forward, man. Put me there. I can go forward for you.
Okay, go.
No, Sami, I disagree. Calafiori moving forward everywhere. Calafiori moving forward, he dribbles. He actually takes shots. He plays the 1-2. He actually going forward. He's quite good. I'm not gonna lie.
This is the problem.
Remember the goal against City last season, bro?
If you're gonna play
that fluky goal, sure, I don't remember.
Fluky goal? No, that's not
a come on, bro.
That was a well-taken shot,
like that,
man. If he takes that shot 10 times, bro, he's not gonna score only one time.
You know what's a fluky goal? That cross from Mudryk against Raya. That was a fluky goal. This was not a fluky goal.
Guys, listen. This is one of my main issues, though. Yeah, with the whole thing. If you're talking about playing Mars Lewis Skelly in the midfield, I hear you. I'm with you. I think that could have something that could. There's some arguments you can make to say that's why this is a positive. That's why this is a positive. Yeah, but playing him at left back, bro, Hincapie got put on strings and got made to look like a bitch in that left back position against Manchester City. Imagine what these men are gonna do to Mars Lewis Skelly, who I've seen Kudus twist him up. I've seen man in the Champions League just come in like poorer teams and they've caused him a little bit of an issue. Defensively, this season, Mars Lewis Skelly has not been good on that.
He has been awful defensively, and I totally agree with you, Saad. However, I'm trying to think of, okay, if I overwhelm that midfield and try to win that midfield, then I would try to do something and actually try to get a result out of that game. However, if I'm going to go so pragmatic, then that's my choice. It's going to be, okay, Hincapie, Mosquera, and all that stuff. That's why I said Skelly, because I've seen Skelly when he inverts to the midfield, he can offer something. He would pass it through with Zubimendi and Rice. He can overwhelm that midfield. We can actually win the midfield battle. And when you win that midfield battle, then the chances created would be more. So there's more chance of us scoring a goal. However, with Hincapie going forward, he's been awful. He slows us down, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Mosquera is awful going forward. He slows us down. So that means you're isolating your wingers. Your wingers will be completely isolated. Either Trossard or Martinelli, or is it Madueke or Dauman or whoever's going to play on that right side. Plus, Gyökeres will be completely isolated. playing by himself.
It has to be Calafiori. It has to be Calafiori. If we're gonna play a left back,
that's if he's fit. By the way, we don't know if he's fit.
Yeah, the left back that I'm most confident with, in my opinion, if you want to do that, because I'm not completely against the idea of inverting a left back in and overloading the midfield, because they're probably going to play a 4-2-4, which they normally do. So for me, I'm not completely against it. I'm with you. I wouldn't mind playing a left back, but Calafiori has to be that left back. Hincapié has already shown that he shit the bed, like against this, because it was too much. I don't know, too much pressure, or Semenyo had him on ropes.
But do you think Calafiori can defend well enough against the likes of Semenyo, bro? I don't think so.
He did a better job when he came on.
Of course,
we've also seen Skelly. We've also seen Skelly against. But we've also seen Skelly play against Madrid. We've also seen Skelly play against also Manchester City when we won against them.
But that was last season, bro. With last season's form, his form is off this season. It's not the same.
His form is off because he's not playing, bro.
Exactly, but now you cannot ask him now to play and suddenly return back to his last season's form.
So a minute ago, T, you were complaining about players running on fumes, and now when I bring you somebody who has fresh legs
against City, bro, against City,
you gotta risk it, bro. You gotta risk it. I mean,
that's too much of a risk, bro.
Bro, listen.
Bro, this is me. I would risk it. I would play Darwin on the right. I would play Skelly on the left back side.
Bro,
that's what I would do. I would risk it. You got to change something because
the difference is I would have played Norgard against smaller teams way more than I would play Zubimendi, for example.
I hear
against City, though.
I agree.
Why would I do that against City, bro?
And that's what I didn't say I want to play Norgard.
No, but I'm just giving an example of rotating because you said that I want to rotate. Yes, I agree, but against the smaller teams, not against City. I wanted these players to be well rested against City. And why would I rotate them against City? Bro? I need them, yes. I need them for City.
I'm not rotating. This is the main squad I would play against City.
Skelly left back means that you are rotating because your main left back is Hincapié, your secondary left back is
No, I'm not rotating, bro. No, I'm not rotating. I'm just saying the profile would suit this game more. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
you know what? You know what's not a bad. You know what's not a bad shout. Calafiori. Let's just slap him at left wing, bro. I'll be right at this point, bro. Okay. Slap him at left wing.
Let's move on.
Let's slap him at left wing. Let's go, man. I'm
Guys,
ready.
Make sure you hit the like, even though with this mad take from Sad, just make sure you hit the like. Please do not hit the dislike, you know.
Bro, I'm taking that. I can't lie. Listen, the one reason why I'm saying that is because both of our left wingers, bro, Calafiori has shown more attacking balls than both of them combined. More balls, bro. Because he wants to get into the ugly situations. He wants to take people on. He wants to create something, crossing a ball, looking angry. If he wasn't made from biscuits, I'd be gassed.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He could not be even available. Sad that you're glazing Calafiori down.
It's not. Hincapié has better one-on-one defending, and if you play against Semenyo, you better be good against one-on-one. Be good at one-on-one defending, though.
But T, I don't think he's been that bad defensively.
He has been. Bro, trust me, a lot of goals that we conceded was from his side, or he's too late, or he just doesn't go for the challenge. Bro, we've seen Calafiori get cooked this season.
Not this season, man. This season at the start, he was at the start. Calafiori, don't do this, T. At the start, Calafiori was one of the left backs of one of the best left backs in the league.
Okay, let me ask Ashraf because he remembers everything like an elephant. Okay.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, because elephants never forget. That's what they say.
Never forget. That's true.
MashaAllah.
That's true. The real elephant is Saad, though. But anyways, continue. Go ahead.
But go ahead. Ashraf, this season, how many times did Calafiori get cooked one-on-one, and how many times did we concede goals from his side because of his lack of one-on-one defending quality?
We have conceded goals from some of his mistakes for sure. I don't think he's better defensively than Hincapié, but I will agree with Saad slightly in the sense that I think Calafiori gives us a better balance than Hincapié does. Like Hincapié's also made some mistakes defensively, which is fine when it's quite rare. He's done the mistake against Wolves when they scored the first goal away from home. He's done the mistake, obviously, against Semenyo. He got absolutely roasted. And yes, Calafiori did look better when he came on. But Calafiori in the first 10 games before this guy broke down like usual and got injured, before that, he was locking up every winger he came up against. And he was doing well defensively in zonal areas and one-on-ones. So I am leaning more towards starting Calafiori only because I think we will need some sort of outlet going forward. I don't agree with Sami. Yeah, of course. If he's not fit, then 100% has to be Hincapié, in my opinion. I don't agree with Sami about starting Skelly. I don't mind starting Skelly as a midfielder, not as a left back.
As a midfielder,
I think he'll get destroyed. Because I agree with Sami that we do need to make some changes. But I don't think we have to make changes everywhere on in the team. I'll start Dauman and start Skelly and let's experiment. I think that's gonna be a bit too much in my opinion. And I don't even think the issue is the personnel. I genuinely think it's the style of play, regardless of who plays.
You just said it's a blessing in disguise about Madueke's injury. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah. I was about to say that next sentence. There are some players. Wallahi, that was my next sentence.
What did I say? I just said Skelly and Max Dauman, bro. I didn't say change the whole squad.
Yeah, but there are some players that are brain dead that it doesn't matter what system we play, they will always be a liability. Fair enough, like Madueke, that's fine. But I think outside Madueke, if we start Max Dauman, and I think we play Martinelli on the left, we play Skelly in the middle instead of Zubimendi, play Rice in the 6, let Skelly play in the 8, I think we'll have a better chance at beating City's press and counter-attacking City well, especially since Skelly also has decent pace. Like he can actually carry the ball forward and run with it. So I'd rather see him play in the middle there. And also as a left back, I just think he gets roasted so many times. This season, I don't remember him winning any one-on-one duel as a left back when he was playing left back and when people went up against him.
Listen, you absolute fraud. Yeah, I was waiting for you to get your ass back here so you can answer the super chat because you were
tell me.
On a mad early.
Bro, I had broken glass everywhere. I needed to clean.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I just realized that you had the broken glass. So I was like, yeah, you know what? He's probably actually cleaning the glass. Exactly. I said, great, my glass broke. Oh, you're too funny. So Marco said, so Ash, what do you put the increase in XG against us recently?
Why is there someone named Ash Talks Football?
Yeah, I was just wondering. I'm looking, Hey,
why are you stealing my name?
Big up Ash Talks Football, man. Big up.
So Ash, what do you put the increase in XG against us recently? I think it's because the work rate control from the midfield dropped a bit. Yeah, maybe. I mean, that could be part of it. Obviously, at some point, fatigue will also come in and teams will give up more chances. But I don't think that's the reason why we have lost games, though, in my opinion. I think the reason we have lost games is because we couldn't control better in the attacking side of the game. We couldn't create enough chances. We couldn't apply that sort of pressure. Oh, my God, I hate this firewood. I hope, bro. I was gonna say I hope he goes on fire, but of course I don't. I hope his bum. I hope his ass goes on fire. But anyways,
why for
that? He's like, I'm a Man United fan and creator from Canada. Big up, bro. Anyways, my channel is called Ashraf Talks Football, so you're fine. The Spider-Man. Like for example, for example, you look at Bournemouth, right? Yeah, I know they scored 2 goals. Fair enough. The first goal, I think, was a bit lucky because it was against the run of play. There was a deflection on Saliba, and then back post Skelly, who started left back. That game slept, obviously, and let Kropi score. But that second goal, I don't think the issue in us losing the game was the second goal they scored. Because that came in the last 10-15 minutes. I think the issue was we weren't able to break them down before that. And if we broke them down before that and had scored a second or third goal, I think they wouldn't have scored that goal. We would have been a lot more composed. We would have kept the ball better. But that happened because the game went for too long where we were not scoring. It was 1-1, and we were getting nervous, and everyone was shitting bricks. The manager, the players, everyone. But yeah, I do think the midfielders have been ran to the ground, in my opinion. Like they played way too many games for us in Zubimendi.
And then this one here, which says, in the end, it was a mistake to hire Arteta. Question.
Yeah, if we don't win the league this season, of course, 100%.
That's a good question. Was it so
far?
Bro,
this is a whole can of worms. I think we can have an hour discussion about this, I think, bro.
Yeah, actually.
No, but wait. Why? Why would we have if he doesn't win the league or Champions League this season? Of course, it was a mistake because he's been here 6.5 years.
he also played because you can also have the argument of he also had a big part to play in building this team. So maybe not overall winning it, but you can also say it was.
But what's the point of building it if you didn't get across the line towards the end?
No, because
I agree with Ashraf. Because you need to think about it like this, Saad, yeah? If you have a manager who gets the trust for 6 years and has the budget of around 1 billion that he spent, you know what I'm saying? Of course, the team is going to improve. It's not like you're going to spend 1 billion, not like Chelsea.
Not necessarily.
But okay, Chelsea is different because Chelsea buy trash players. We buy actually
And
quality
Spurs
players.
spend
Yeah,
more than
our
Arteta.
board has done a good job. Our board has done a good job.
And
we
Spurs,
buy better
well,
than
the Spurs spent the same amount, even more.
but Spurs are all
not good players.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, they bought,
if their
bought
recruitment was bad,
Solanke.
that's not our mistake.
Bro, they bought Solanke for like 70 million, while Solanke was known for flopping at Chelsea and then flopping at Liverpool because maybe the pressure is just too much for him to play at a big team. You know what I'm saying? And then he went to Spurs and his goals dried out again when he went to a bigger team. You know what I'm saying? This guy, and they spent 70 million on him, 65, 70 million on that guy.
But if you're going to mention these kind of signings, look at Man United as well.
Yeah, I understand, but I can go the other way. I can say if he doesn't win this season, why am I full screen? If we don't win this season, we can say we know for a fact, 100% unequivocally, that he failed because he didn't win the major trophies that he spent a lot of money for. But I can say if we got someone else at the time, maybe we would have won, maybe we would have been worse. We don't know. But that's still a gamble I'd rather take versus knowing now in hindsight that actually, we definitely 100% failed. Because after all that money spent, and after being top of the league in the 22-23 season for 93%, after having that amazing run towards the end of the 23-24 season, and then bottling it against Aston Villa, and obviously the other performances before that, after all the crappy performances we saw in the league last season, and after leading this league from game week 7 all the way up to now and bottling it, that's a massive disaster. And now I can say maybe if we had someone else, it could have gone either way. It could have gone better or it could have gone worse. We don't know. So but what's definitely undeniable is it was a mistake, 100%. And now it'll be a bigger mistake if we don't sack him end of the season if he ends up winning nothing. In which
can I say where I think you got it wrong? Because the reason why I think you got it wrong though, is because I don't think it was a mistake to hire him. I think it was a mistake not to get rid of him. If that makes sense.
Yeah, fine. I can live with that.
I would have got.
Yeah,
that's my logic. Is to hire him, to build it, and then give him the chance to win it 2 seasons. Okay, but after that, you should have gotten rid and gotten somebody for this season. You should have gotten somebody that would.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. So I will say this. You know what? I'll concede. That makes a lot of sense, Saad. I'll concede that I think then they should have got rid of him this last summer. Because
that's why
it was because it was progress. Last season, in my opinion, he regressed us. That should have been an immediate sign for thank you for everything you have done. Amazing job building the team so far here. But now it's time to leave. And we could have got another manager who might have been able to win us. By the way, it doesn't even have to be someone big. It could just have been someone with fresh ideas, with a better attacking mindset, who would have given the team something else to think about, and opponents something else to worry about. Someone like Fabregas could have come in with his attacking mindset and done something different. Someone like Xavi Hernandez, who won La Liga with Barcelona, could have come in and put a different mindset and done something different. Any other manager, quality manager, I'm not talking about a shit manager, that could have come in and given these players something new to think about. Okay, it's no longer the same repetitive instructions, the same. By the way, it turns out the Jorginho remarks were true because even Goal.com posted it, or TalkSport posted it. That what Jorginho said about it got TalkSport, unless TalkSport also got scammed somehow and someone deceived them.
TalkSport is
no, I know they're idiots, but they'll not report something fake. Like they'll intentionally try to get a rise out of people, but I don't think they will post that and be lying. So if Jorginho actually said that is mental. That is actually such a mad indictment on his previous manager.
Well, what did you say? What did you say?
I'll read the quote to you.
It's insane.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah,
it's fucked up. That's mad. To say that as
I'm intrigued to know now. I'm intrigued to know because I don't know what he said.
Yeah. This is. Oh, there you go. I found it. Oh, it is by goal.com as well. Yeah, guys, it's 100% legit. That is mad. Okay. He said, okay, he's like, I wanted to feel alive and important for the team. When a player is not on the pitch, it's hard to keep motivated. I felt I needed to go somewhere where I was going to play with joy. This is all fine so far. And then he added, they asked him about the set pieces, and he said, it does feel like homework. That's the reality. But when you do your homework and then you have the test, you have a good result. I think people are realizing now the importance of set pieces. Why is it a problem to focus and work more on it when you get the results from that, which makes everybody happy? Then he added, but the thing is, if you focus just on this and then you forget about the football side, then of course you're not going to have beautiful football. So I think it's all about balance. Maybe because when you focus so much on results and you hyper focus on one thing, which is set pieces now, then maybe the other part, which is the football, is a bit forgotten, let's say. But football is always in evolution.
It's not mad what he said. It's actually true.
No, but
it is, bro, because he's basically saying we're focusing too much on the set pieces.
He's saying that that's exactly what they were doing. They were focusing and basically the whole thing.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I mean, guys, let's be real, yeah? Jorginho, cool, what he said, because it's true. And now he doesn't have... He's not at the club anymore, so he's not obligated to defend Arteta, you know what I'm saying? He could just speak his mind. And he's right. We were focusing too much on set pieces to the point that now we cannot even score set pieces. So our goals dried up, you know what I'm saying? Our performances dried up because we don't have that one thing that we can rely on anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't even remember the last time we scored a set piece, you know? So Jorginho is right.
Chelsea.
But guys, let's not forget, yeah? A lot of ex-footballers and current footballers have come out and spoken out about Arsenal right now. Not only Jorginho. We have Henry saying that you need to go and beat City, you know what I'm saying? If you want to actually go out and win this league, you know what I'm saying? Go out and show it.
Show me that
you can
fire.
Speak it. Yeah, you can speak at the fire. And I believe that you are on fire, but you need to show it as well.
Yeah.
And then you have Ian Wright, the guy that never criticizes Arsenal because he is on the payroll. He has the sponsorships, you know what I'm saying? Even he is saying, I don't know what's going on anymore. I cannot trust this anymore. The football is not good anymore. You know what I'm saying? You have even Ian Wright, the guy that never is negative, going out and saying these things. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, everybody is seeing it. So the pressure is on. Even I have even read that the board said, hey, you better win or you're gone. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why
that level right now, bro.
I reached the level that even if we win the league, I still want the manager out. That's how.
Same.
Hey, bro,
I genuinely
you are preaching to the choir because Ashraf and I, maybe a month ago or a few weeks ago, on his channel when he was doing a watch along, I joined and we said the exact same thing. The exact same thing. And this was a month or so ago. You know what I'm saying?
Unless he wins the UCL as well, you know.
Exactly.
That's a different story, you know.
If he wins the league and the Champions League, I'll say all forgiven because that is massive.
Yes.
Nobody can win a double like that without it being like a very good job. So that's amazing.
Yeah, of course.
But if he wins the league only, I'll say thank you and now good leave.
But if you win the double, cool. But if you just win the league, I am afraid that this is going to be another Arne Slot situation.
That's the thing. I don't think the board will sack him.
Yeah.
I don't think they will sack him. But I'm saying what
They will
I
not.
want
100%
personally.
they will not.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's what
by
I
the way,
want.
They will not sack him, but I'm just predicting what's going to happen is what I'm saying.
By the way, I feel like I have bad news for you guys. I don't think they will sack him even if he loses the league. Genuinely. I think they'll have a conversation, but I think if he makes it to the Champions League final, which could happen, and he finishes second, I think they'll have a very stern conversation with him. Maybe they'll even postpone giving him the extension of the contract, but I feel they might not sack him and say, listen, this is your last season. I hope I'm wrong.
The thing is, his contract is over this summer, so they need to act on it.
It's 2027.
2027. Yeah.
I swear it's
I
2020.
thought it was this summer.
No, he has 1 year, I swear.
Yeah,
Let me
next
see.
summer.
Maybe
I remember
not this
saying
summer,
it
next
ended on
summer.
2027.
But anyway,
2027, I definitely would not renew his contract.
Yeah,
bro.
so the fact that they have talks already is a major red flag. You,
major.
as a business owner, need to look at your assets and what's happening with your assets, aka the Bukayo Sakas of the world and other players that is getting destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Their legs are completely gone. Rice, our most expensive asset, is every interview talking about how tired he is. You are giving this man the second highest salary in the world as a manager. You need to look at this. And if he doesn't win the league, third, who's the
Simeone and Pep. Simeone and Pep.
Oh, Simeone got whatever.
Yeah.
Second or third, potato. You know what I'm saying? This guy's still earning a lot of money without winning anything. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that they already had conversations while we are at this fucked up period is almost telling me that Ashraf is right. That they are going to keep him beyond this season, even if he doesn't win. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm afraid of. I am
effed up.
I am sick and tired. I am sick and tired of nepotism at this club. You know what I'm saying? And
then I will turn on the conkies, T. I'm gonna turn on the conkies in that case.
Yeah.
I mean,
definitely.
Obviously, but a lot of
I won't turn on anyone. I'll just take a break from Arsenal next season, guys. It's good for your mental health. I promise it'll be good for your mental health.
How miserable this is, guys.
I'm
not watching Arsenal anymore.
It'll be. I swear. Part of me, if we don't end up winning anything, part of me wishes they don't sack him, just so I have a reason to stay away from this depressing garbage that we see.
No,
honestly,
they cannot not sack him.
It cannot be I can't believe if we sacked him in the summer, guys, and had the same window, minus Madueke, obviously. If we had the same window and had a better manager, we would have won. We would have 100% won the league, and I think we would have won another domestic cup. It is mad, brother. We decided to keep him after that last season. And Souls and everyone was arguing with us about, give him his players. Give him his attackers. Okay, he got his attackers. He got his attackers, and he won it. And yet we need more attackers. We need more attackers. We need one more left winger. We need another center forward because apparently, Joker is all.
You know what's going on, Ashraf? You know what's going on? We are buying caviar. We are buying the expensive steaks. You know what I'm saying? We're giving it to a chef who keeps burning the steak, keeps burning the other stuff that he's cooking, and he's still asking for more expensive protein, and we keep giving it him while not looking at the dishes that he's cooking, which is nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? We gave him everything that he wanted, and he's still not cooking, and that's the problem.
Exactly.
That's literally the problem.
I promise you, if we can sack him and get Fabregas, we're gonna get much better. I don't want
Fabregas. I don't want a Fabregas.
Bruh, the football he plays with Como.
I understand. But he needs to grow gradually, Ash. He needs to grow gradually. Like from Como, he could go to.
Pep joined Barcelona with barely any experience, and he ended up.
But Pep is Pep.
You know what it is, Ashraf.
If
this was pre-Arteta, I would have agreed. But the current team that we have, we need our Jurgen Klopp, like Liverpool brought.
Yeah, but there isn't any guys. There isn't anyone who's available.
There is Enrique.
But he's not leaving PSG though. So
how do you know?
He's my number one option.
He's on speed dial. How do you know that? Offer him the money, bro.
Guys, he came out saying he's staying until his contract ends, which ends in 2027.
Every manager will say that, Ash. He's not going to say I'm going to leave before my contract.
Yeah, obviously, if Enrique is available and he's willing to leave and join us, 100%. That's the number one option. I think he's the best manager in the world right now, or second best after Pep. But if he's not available, there's no Hansi Flick, there's no Pep, there's no Klopp, there's no.
I don't know why people are still listening to this bullshit on FTV. These men are paid actors, bro.
Right?
And
they are.
They do this. And
they do this because they want views, guys.
They just need to get views, so they say this stuff. Please don't believe them.
Show that coming from iNotes, by the way. Look, Fabregas just lost back-to-back games.
It's
guys with Como and one of those games.
Exactly.
Wait, Sami, because Sami thought iNotes did something.
No, it's not that. I'm saying it's too early. You're replacing zero experience with zero experience, bro.
Because you asked him to bring up the comment, so let me destroy that for you.
Destroy it. Go ahead.
Remember, he's with Como and he's currently 4th or 5th in the league with Como.
So he's overachieving. Right?
He's massively overachieving. That's one.
Great.
Two, one of the games he lost was to the current best team in Italy that are going.
Do you think he can replicate that next season?
Wait, one second. He just one of the games he lost was one of the best teams in the Serie A, where he dominated them. They destroyed Inter Milan in every way in play-wise. They obviously lost 4-3. And the only reason they lost 4-3 is because Inter Milan scored some good goals. And obviously because they have better players. They have better players that could make that difference.
So based on one season, you would give him the job.
I mean, he did.
Would you like to see it in a little bit of a bigger sample, like 2-3 seasons at least?
If Luis Enrique isn't available, there is no better available manager, in my opinion, than Fabregas. I think Fabregas, for me, what I want, right, is I want a manager that has an attacking mindset, that can take this team and actually play the football that they deserve, that can win us things. Enrique can do it. Hansi Flick can do it. Klopp can do it. None of them are available. None of them are available. If they are, 100%, I'll take them over Fabregas. But let's assume all three are not available. Who would you take then, Sami? Name someone.
No, I would still go with this unavailable based on what? Based on what you said there.
Let's assume we reach out to all three of them.
You cannot put an assumption based on stuff that is not...
because my assumption is more realistic than yours. Hansi Flick will not leave Barca. Why the hell would he leave a club that's much bigger than us and has a better chance of winning the league and Champions League than us? Why would he leave them? That makes no sense. Now you're being unreasonable. Why would Hansi Flick leave? And Klopp already said he's retired. Even
have the conversation with those managers and see from there.
You're being unreasonable, bro. Even Madrid are not able to get Klopp out of retirement. You think Arsenal can get him out of retirement? He's not going to come back to the Premier League. And Pep will not leave City to join Arsenal. So you're giving me unrealistic
I'm
names.
not saying Pep. Pep is not. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the only realistic name that could be available, the only one that could be available is Luis Enrique. And I agree with you. Sorry, let me just cut this damn thing. It's Luis Enrique. And if Luis Enrique is available, I have no choice. I have no qualms with that. I would 100% take Luis Enrique over anyone. But that's why I'm asking you. Let's assume he's not available. Or let's assume he says, no, I'm staying with PSG, guys. I'm not moving. Now, who would you get? Give me a name.
Let's see who's available. You're saying available. So we know for a fact Areola's available.
Yeah, Areola's available, correct. Would you take Areola over Fabregas?
Well, I'll have to think about it.
The Serbi would be available.
I'm not going to go blind on this.
The thing is, Ashraf, outside of this context that you created, this scenario,
it's a very realistic context, by the way.
Which is a very realistic one, obviously. Yes, sure. Okay. But at the end of the day, we are a club that pays... Okay, we are a club that pays a lot more than other clubs do normally.
Thank you!
Yeah. Look at Arteta's contract, for example. He earns like 6, maybe 7 million more than Enrique right now. Enrique is on like 9 million.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to say to
15 million. Enrique already hinted at him potentially wanting to go to the Premier League to go on that adventure because he's never coached
in 2027. That's what he said when his contract ends. That's explicitly what he said.
Okay, but at this business that we're in, at this football business, you can turn heads by bidding these kinds of money.
No, according to Ash, no, it's not. No,
if you go, if you say
that's what he said, bro.
Okay, but listen, if you say, okay, Enrique is not available, khalas, we won't do it.
No, but that's what he insinuated. He said they're not available.
Okay, but let me finish.
Exactly.
We did the same. We did the same with some players as well. We did the same with Isak. You know what I'm saying? And Liverpool knocked on the door. They said, we are willing to pay the money. You know what I'm saying? Because no, we already approached Newcastle and they said he's not for sale. And we said, okay, but
Isak wanted also Liverpool. You have to take that into consideration.
Guys, I don't know why we're discussing Enrique.
Okay, guys, let me finish first before you speak. That's after they bid the monies. You know what I'm saying? That's after Liverpool won the league. You know what I'm saying? But if you are an Arsenal team who is second 3 years in a row and is on the way to win the league this season, and you go to someone like Enrique, make this bid, you don't know how he's going to react. Maybe he's not going to say no straight away. You need to approach him first. You need to bid something first before expecting him to say no. That's what I'm saying.
Spot on.
I don't know why you and Sami are saying this when I already said Enrique is the number one option.
No, he didn't say it. He said unavailable.
But now I'm telling you guys, now I'm pushing back to you guys and saying, let's assume that he's not available, which is a possibility. You cannot go into the summer saying, and make Enrique happen. No. I don't care if he says no. Make it happen. Okay, let's assume he says no, which is a very probable. If I had to bet, would Enrique accept any money to join Arsenal or stay with PSG one more year? I would probably bet on him staying with PSG one more year. But yes, I agree. We can hopefully entice him. Let's assume, however, he says no. I'm asking you, who would you?
Oh, that's a good name as well, Conte.
Okay, then I would. Okay, listen, Ashraf. Then
1 season.
I would.
No,
It's
man.
one year.
No.
From one terrorist to another terrorist. Go
No,
on.
listen.
At least
Conte-
that guy wins
No,
trophies,
listen.
bro.
The thing with Conte is he's short-term success, but long-term disaster. He destroys teams when he leaves. You know what I'm
destroys
saying?
clubs.
That's why I said 1 season.
Yes,
One
exactly.
season, bro.
But the
One season.
thing is, Ashraf, if we already had conversations with Enrique and he said no and all of that, and it's 100 million% guaranteed, then I would entertain the idea of possibly a Fabregas. But my problem with Fabregas is this is another project manager who doesn't know how it is to go and win major trophies. You know what I'm saying?
Not true.
Now,
Claps in the chat.
He won the second league in Italy, and then he.
No, not even that. Forget the second league in Italy. I'm not even discussing that. Arteta, I'm sorry to say this, is a serial loser. All he's won with us are a few FA Cups, even as a player, but he's never won leagues. He doesn't know what it means to win for your country. Fabregas has won Euros and World Cups and La Ligas with Barcelona.
As a player, yes.
As a player, not a manager.
As a player, yes.
Wait. But that translates when some managers like Xabi Alonso and Xavi Hernandez and Zidane and Pep, when they become managers, that meant even company now, when they become managers, sometimes that translates because the tactics, I agree. You cannot teach tactics. That's fair. Some players are born with it and become good managers after. But that winning mentality can be carried from a player to a manager. The reason why Henry failed as a manager is not because he lacked the mentality. He had incredible elite winning mentality. The problem is he didn't have the tactics. He was not as good a tactician as some of these other midfielders that eventually became managers and were successful. Fabregas has the mentality from a player perspective. He's obviously doing a fantastic job with Como. I know that's the only managerial thing. And I disagree about project because unlike Arteta, he's not taking a team in 8th. He's taking a team that, I swear to you, only needs an attacking mindset. If you tell me, hey, this summer, Ashraf, we don't sign any player, but we don't lose any player. The same players are available next season, but we get you a more attack mindset coach, not a defensive terrorist, an actual attack-minded coach. Do you think you do better? I swear, I think we do a lot better.
Okay, but obviously we would do better. I agree with you in that part, but I don't.
No, but a lot of people in the comments, I guarantee, will disagree. Okay,
but I don't agree that if a player is a good footballer, that he automatically translates into being a good.
Of course not. Of course not. Henry is an example, and
look at Steven Gerrard, for example. Look at Frank Lampard.
Lampard,
for example. Terrible.
Roy
coaches.
Keane.
Keane, terrible coaches. You know what I'm saying? What I am saying is.
All these English.
Yes, you have a guy who has won it as a player, but if you put Fabregas and give him the responsibility of Arsenal Football Club, which everyone is, the eyes are on you, the rivals, everybody hates Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Even
under the spotlight.
Even Domino's Pizza is posting about Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? You have WhatsApp putting "Come on, you Gunners" today. You know what I'm saying? On Twitter. Literally, WhatsApp, bro.
We just signed a deal with Meta.
Arsenal is a global team. It's like players playing well and then going to Manchester United and failing because of the pressure that Manchester United brings. And Arsenal
company dealt with it.
If you have a guy like Enrique, for example, and I know that it's a risk, it's not guaranteed. But you don't have the conversations at the end of the season. You already bring his agent right now.
A lot earlier, right now. Yeah,
a lot earlier. Yeah, but Fabregas, the problem is he doesn't know how it is to be in this pressure situation. How do you with Fabregas, we do not have a guarantee, and that's what I mean with a project manager.
Yeah, agreed. That's why I would take Luis Enrique. That's how I would take Enrique over him. But for me, I'm just going with the mindset that Enrique is probably not going to be available. But if he is 100%, we should make it happen. Give him whatever money he wants. But if he isn't available, or if he tells us, I'm not joining because I want to stay with PSG, and then my dream is to, I don't know, I'm going to take over Man City, or I'm going to go to Barcelona back again. They promised me a job. I don't know, whatever it is, right? In that scenario, I would look at a Fabregas. I would look at a Xavi Hernandez. And I prefer Fabregas over Xavi, even though Xavi has La Liga winning experience and he's won as a manager as well. The reason why I prefer Fabregas is he obviously loves the club. He's been playing here before. I think he knows the culture of England better. I'm not saying that Xavi cannot adapt. Of course he can adapt, but I think it'll be less difficult for Fabregas to adapt. And Fabregas has shown something incredible with a shit team. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say shit team. A shoestring budget, and he's done so well with them. Another bonus with Fabregas is if Fabregas joins us, by the way, we actually get Nico. I guarantee Nico Paz comes with him. So we automatically also get a
I was about to say, if we're getting Fabregas, he better bring Nico Paz with him. You know what I'm saying?
He will, bro, because Nico Paz will not go back to Madrid. There's no room for him back in Madrid.
Listen, listen, I have to go in it. So we need to do predictions now. I need to get out of here, bro. But can we
honestly, when you were not there, the views were higher. So
scumbag.
I'm kidding, guys.
Go back to cleaning your glass, you fraud. Yeah,
I'm done. I cleaned, alhamdulillah. It's done. It's done.
Yalla, wallahi,
don't step on
quickly, yeah. Just so we can.
Wait, what? The predictions. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll just say one last thing, and we can maybe.
Aaron say it's hard go and they can stay. That's fine then. Just let me quickly do my predictions, and I'll literally.
Yeah. We'll let Sami do predictions and.
Ashraf, let me ask you one thing before we go. Yeah, would you take if you had the choice? Yeah.
Hold on. T.
No. Just give me a name.
Just let me do my predictions, and wallah, you can go.
No, I want to leave after predictions as well. I just want to ask this. Just give me a name. Yeah. If you had to pick, and it's a guarantee. Yeah. Yeah, you could pick between Fabregas or Jurgen Klopp. Who would you pick right now?
Klopp.
Oh my God, that's not even a question. Obviously, Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, but Jurgen Klopp obviously did not coach for a few years, so maybe you would be more convinced by.
You mean like that? Yeah, I do think when you're out of the game for a little while, it does obviously affect you. But it's been 2 seasons, so I think he'll be fine. I think he'll still come with the right mentality, in my opinion. I'd definitely take Jurgen Klopp 100%.
Because bro, his attacking football, bro, into this team would be
every game will score a counterattack. Every game would score a counterattack.
Yeah.
Right? The one thing I was gonna say, which I think we can discuss next stream, we'll make it a topic for next week, I guess, depending on what happens this Sunday. If we don't win anything this season, and City win the league, obviously, and they'll have a domestic treble then, because they'll probably win the FA Cup, I think. I genuinely think you can have a very strong argument to say City are a bigger club than Arsenal now. Genuinely. But anyways, we can discuss it later. Let me do the prediction so that Saad doesn't cry.
Yeah, please, man.
Married life now, man. He has places to go and shit.
Yeah, I mean, bro, what can I say, man? What can I say? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Look, see, poor whatever the hell your name is, JD of the Woolly or whatever stupid name. He said, then F off to City, mate. This is the problem with stupid brain dead fans who, if you don't suck off your club, you don't say everything great about them, then you are not a fan. Bruh. Suck a dick. Anyways.
The thing is with Ash's customs are just so bad, like it's mad game. Anyway,
I hope you're not English, because if you're English and you don't know the difference between your YOUR and your YOU''RE, then God help your education. Anyways,
you got JD.
Mind games.
Just do your IELTS or TOEFL exam or something. Anyways, Brentford versus Fulham. Bro, I don't even care about these predictions, by the way. By the way, just in case people are interested,
I'm actually on Ash's vibe right now. I couldn't give a fuck about these predictions, bro.
Wallahi, I genuinely
couldn't care, bro. I'm just doing it because I'm obligated. There's an obligation to do these predictions, bro. Otherwise,
I'm here so I won't get fined.
Yeah, bro. Like literally, I'm here so I won't get fined. Can I just do all of mine, please, just so I can quickly bounce and then you guys.
Yeah, leave, bro. Nobody wants to. It's not like your predictions. It's not like your predictions make a difference.
Yeah. So that's funny. So Brentford versus Fulham, 2-1 Brentford. Newcastle versus Brentford, Bournemouth. I'm gonna go 2-1 Bournemouth. Leeds versus Wolves, I'm gonna go 1-1. Spurs versus Brighton, I'm gonna go 1-1. Chelsea versus Man United, 2-1 Man United. 1-1.
Vader, bro, please stop gaslighting us. Stop, bro. We know what you do. It's not new. It's
Allah,
getting tiring now. Stop your shitty gaslighting, bro. This guy's like, if I didn't tell you guys already, congrats on advancing to UCL.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
even know why you read this
oh.
comment, bro. I know that Vader's out here trying to gaslight.
Gaslighter, bro. What a gaslighter.
1-1, 1-1, 1-1. And then this one, I'm gonna go.
Every team that didn't help us win this league,
Nope.
yeah, I hope they get destroyed from your Atlanta season. I hope United slap the living hell out of Chelsea and Everton slap the living hell out of Liverpool. Come on, Everton. Come on, United.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Nottingham Forest. I'm gonna go 2-1 Sunderland.
Come on,
fucking-
Sunderland. They drew. At least they drew against City. Come on, Sunderland.
Yeah, and then
Leave the big game. Leave the big game for last. Crystal Palace, West
I'm
Ham.
gonna go Crystal Palace, West Ham. I'm gonna go 2-1 West Ham.
Oh wow. Okay, guys, let's do the Man City Arsenal game quickly. I'm going to say 3-1 City.
Oh, okay, fair enough. You're optimistic, yeah?
You
Big up
need
to
to put it the other way
No,
around.
no. 1-1 to Arsenal. Oh no!
Whoa!
I said
See-
1-1. I said 1-1
Well,
before you changed it.
We can go back on the
Before you
YouTube thing. And,
changed it.
Wallah, before you said
Oh.
1-1, I changed it. Wallah. I literally said 3-1 City, so you know I typed it wrong. What's wrong with you?
Doesn't matter what you put on the thing. You put on the thing. So don't give me that.
Okay,
bullshit.
go on, you delusional moron. The guy said 1-1. He'll be crying on Sunday. Go on.
So hurry
Sami.
up. Go, let Sammy do it then. You bum. You're completely on the
waiting.
wrong thing. Yeah, exactly.
Delusional moron.
I think it's gonna
Oh,
be.
yeah.
You know, my head is telling me it's gonna
Come
be 2-1 City.
But your body. Come on, finish the line. Finish the line.
We don't want to know what his body's thinking, bro.
Yeah,
What the-
finish the line. You need to finish the line. You said my mind is telling me this. You know that?
And 2-2 Arsenal. 2-2. That's what my body is telling me, according to you. 2-2 between them.
Bro, that's how the line goes.
I'm not even gonna bother like asking what that means. T.
No, it's
Hey,
the R.
City
Kelly
Arsenal.
song, bro. Okay, never mind.
No, because he said I'm not gonna bother telling you what my body. Anyways, leave it. I know the song, bro. T.
Okay,
I'm not that
listen, my body is telling me it's 2-1 Arsenal, but my mind, my logical brain is telling me 1-0 City, bro. I think they're gonna score one.
You
They're
just
gonna
told,
shut-
hey! You just said they will smash us.
I want the points, so I'm going with the 1-0.
Okay.
Fairs.
Because
Sad, you
if
can
they,
leave,
sco-
by the way.
if
We
they
don't need
score
you
that
anymore.
first goal, I don't think we will score.
Yalla. Take care, guys. Yeah. Listen, big up to
Cheers.
everybody.
Don't end the stream. Just leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave. But listen, big up to everybody. I'll catch you on the next one, people, when I'm back on Friday. And inshallah we win. Inshallah, ya Rab, we win, man. I'm praying and hoping, man. I'm gonna be watching that game with a bunch of Liverpool fans, so you already know it's mad. But yeah, big up to everybody. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, peace. Take care, guys. Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brentford Fulham. I'm gonna go with a Brentford win. I'll say 3-0 Brentford. Sami.
2-0.
T.
2-1.
2-1 Brentford, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Sami. Newcastle
3-2.
Bournemouth.
3-2.
For Newcastle, right?
Mm.
T.
Um, 3-1 Newcastle.
Yeah, I think I'll go Newcastle win as well. I'll say. No, you know what? I'll go Bournemouth win actually. Yeah, I'll go Bournemouth win. I'll say 2-1 Bournemouth. Cool. Leeds Wolves. T, you start this one.
2-0 Leeds.
2-0 Leeds. Vader, we might. Honestly, depends, man. If you guys want to do a watch, if you guys want to. Yeah, no. Saad definitely is not doing it. He said, I think, but Sami will be doing one, and I might do a depress along. I'm gonna call it not watch. Depress along. Okay? Join if you want depressing humor, and if you want to see me laugh at our pain. But yeah, and join Sami if you want to be more positive, which you should be, to be honest, if you're an Arsenal fan. So probably join Sami's, guys. Come on. Wait, what is it now? Oh, Leeds Wolves. Yeah, I think Leeds win this. I'll say 2-0 Leeds.
3-1.
Spurs Brighton. Oh, this is very easy to predict, to be honest. 1-3 Brighton. Sami.
2-1.
2-1. Spurs. Wow. Okay.
I think it's going to be 2-2.
I think De Zerbi will try, to get something.
Yeah, that's why I predicted 2-2. He will try, but they will fail to get the 3 points. They will just draw against them. You know what I'm saying?
He's such an idiot, bro. He's such a good manager, and he ended up ruining his career by going there.
Yeah.
What a dumbass.
Money, bro.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, he was jobless. So he was at a team.
Money, bro.
But I'm saying he could have got that money from another big club. Lots of other decent clubs would have gone after him.
Nobody called him at the time.
He even said that he wants to stay even if they go to the championship. Mental.
That's mad.
That's mental.
Mad. Chelsea, Man United. Sami.
2-2.
T.
1-1.
I'm gonna go with full copium here. I'm gonna say 2-1 Man United. Come on, United. Come on.
By the way, for the guys that were saying Sesko is better than Gyökeres, did you guys see how trash he was when he started the one game for United, bro?
Yeah,
you can be a super sub when everybody is tired, but when you start, you look like that. You know what I'm saying? There you go. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Actually, I don't trust United, so I will say 1-1. I just realized, man, I want them to win, but I
gotta take in consideration. I mean, imagine 20-ish days they didn't play anything. So
yeah. No, it's almost a month. It's a little less than a month. Right? No, it was 35 days. 35 days.
Yeah,
it's mental.
No, it's 20-something
days.
Those
guys literally had a vacation.
Yeah, bro.
Still lost. You know what I'm saying?
Everton, Liverpool. I would say
it doesn't work that way, bro. Bro, I'll tell you the one. I remember when we used to say if we win the league, if we have already won the league before we face West Ham, we just lose that game against West Ham and let to help Spurs get relegated. Now I think it'll be the opposite way. Now I think we might have already lost the league by West Ham. That might as well lose to West Ham anyways. Finish second, but guarantee Spurs going down. So come on, West Ham.
Oh, by the way, Ashraf, Como lost, and now they're outside of Champions League. So if they
lost
like
to Sassuolo.
They lost to Sassuolo, and Juventus is above them, and they are outside of Champions League position. So now they go to the Europa League if it ends like
so only top 4 get it, not top 5.
Yeah, top 4 only. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, listen, Europa League with Como is still incredible.
from where they were. Yes, 100%. I think this
is
is
it me?
Yes, T. It's you. Everton,
This is going
Liverpool.
to be this is going to be close your ears, Aaron. This is going to be 2-1 Everton, I think.
Come on. I'm gonna go a bit extra. 3-0 Everton.
Damn.
Go, Sami.
0-0.
Damn.
So boring, bro.
And by the way, speedy recovery to Ekitike, because that's literally the worst injury you can
man.
get as a footballer, bro. Literally the worst.
Yeah, and the fact that he's missing. Oh my god, that's so sad, bro.
Yeah, shame.
So I mean, look, he's
2-1.
young. He'll get all the opportunities, but still.
Yeah, but the problem is that the style of player he is. He likes to dribble. He is pacey. And players that have Achilles injuries, I don't know how they react to that. You know what I'm saying? Those type of players.
2-1.
Yeah. T.
1-0.
Congrats to Forest as well. Semi-finals of the Europa League along with Villa.
Yeah.
Hopefully they win it, man. I really want them to win it. I'm not gonna lie. Aston Villa, Sunderland. This is you, Sami.
3-1.
Go ahead.
2-1 Sunderland.
Ooh. I really want Sunderland to win. I feel like it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna go towards a Villa win. I'm gonna lean towards a Villa win. I'll say 2-1 Villa. Palace West Ham. I'll give this to Palace. I'll say 2-1 Palace. No, 2-0. Yeah, 2-1 Palace.
1-0 West Ham.
T.
I think Crystal Palace is too focused on Europe right now, so I think this will be a 1-1.
Okay, there you go, guys. Those are our predictions. We'll get Sol's predictions in as well. Whenever he's back. Let me just change this damn layout. Bro. This is mad. I don't know why Saad does it this way. Yeah, guys, this is the layout. It is what it's accepted. Oh, there you go. Thank God. Okay, got it. Yeah, guys, so this is our prediction. Look, I don't know if I'm going to go through all the comments, but Ash, like you point out and others, will you own up to some of your more atrocious takes? Yeah, of course. If we win the league, I'll say, damn, Arteta proved me wrong. He won the league. But I'll still want him out. That won't change. If he wins the Champions League as well, I'll happily say, damn. Yeah, fair enough.
But if he wins only the UCL and doesn't win the Prem, let's assume that happens. What do you want him to stay?
Look, this is going to sound very entitled. It's going to sound very arrogant. But if we bottle this league, let me remove this comment so it doesn't cover Sami's face. If we bottle this league, I genuinely think it'll really dampen some of the joy of winning the Champions League. Not on the day. On the day, we'll feel it. On the day, we'll be super ecstatic. Wow, we won a Champions League. Incredible. We'll celebrate it. And I would be inclined to actually, I probably wouldn't. I still would look at maybe getting another manager if there's a top class manager. I wouldn't get Fabregas then. I'd say give me Enrique, but if he's not available, then screw it. Stick with Arteta. But I feel it would dampen some of the
So you're gonna sack him?
Champions League celebrations. I wouldn't sack him, no. Unless Enrique is available, I wouldn't sack him. If he wins the Champions League, no. Why would you?
No, I think this is the only achievement that could, let him get away with murder.
Guys, you realize if we bottle the league, it will be an unforgettable...
That's what I'm saying. It's a crime. It's a crime against humanity.
Like, no team would have bottled the league that way.
If we win the Champions League and not the league, for me, I don't know, man. Obviously, that would mean that the first Champions League that the club has ever won, but that would...
Of course.
I don't know, man. It would be like the same as Chelsea winning it with Tuchel. You know what I'm saying? And then later on in the league, they look.
Why
terrible.
not like Klopp?
No, but Chelsea winning it with Tuchel is different because he came in mid-season when Chelsea were crap, and he finished third in the league. He didn't finish bad in the league or anything, and he took them. What he did was amazing. He didn't bottle anything. I will say this, guys, though, if we're being realistic, that's impossible to happen. If we bottle the league, it's impossible for us to win the league, the Champions League. I mean, because the reality is, look at Inter Milan last season. They bottled the treble. They got knocked out by AC Milan in the Coppa. They lost the Serie A to Napoli. And they got the worst humiliation in the final. When you start the bottle job overall, it doesn't suddenly pick up in the Champions League. It continues. It's a domino effect, right?
I mean,
mentally,
we would know if we win it because, like Aaron is saying in the chat, a Champions League win is different. We don't know because we've never seen it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if we win it, the whole energy would be different. The fans would react differently. We don't know how.
And it could be like Klopp. Klopp won the UCL and then we won the league.
I'm saying we will not win it if we bottle the league, though. Like, forget, because it just doesn't happen. When teams bottle certain like leagues and all that stuff and they win nothing, they don't suddenly go on to win the Champions League. I can't think of any team that's done this in the last 20,
I
30
think
years.
It's also very, very different if you have a 38-game league compared to a knockout competition. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he can win the Champions League at the end of the day, but I still cannot trust you in a 38-game league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because in my opinion, that's harder to win because of the length, because of the amount of games that you need to play, the differences in teams that you face. Yes, you can play the PSGs and the Bayern Münchens at this moment in time, but to do it consistently over a long stretch, that's a different type of mentality and quality that you need to show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you win the Champions League, obviously the feeling is different, but I still have in the back of my head, we had a project of 6-7 years to give us one Champions League. Obviously that would mean everything to us, but I still don't see a long-term future when it comes to the league. Because
so you would sack him.
Yes. For me, the number one thing that we've built for these last 6 years was the league. And now you win the Champions League by sheer chance, because I'm not going to look blindly at the situation because we've had an easy run, bro. Even now, between the three teams that are available that we can face, we still have the easiest team that we're facing right now.
Atletico, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Even the one big challenge we could have had, which is Barcelona, they got knocked out. Obviously because of the stupid red cards. But my point is, the semi-finals is where we thought, oh, that's going to be a very difficult match. And Atletico will also be a very difficult game. I'm not saying they won't be. We might even get knocked out by them. But my point is, Barca is a team that I would have thought they have a good chance of knocking us out. And we even avoided them somehow, right? Like, because we don't do well against teams that press us and attack really well. But we do better against teams that sit back. You guys remember how the first game went against Atletico? They sat back for majority of the game. They were not even coming at us that well, right? I don't think they had barely any shots on target. And we were still not able to break them down until a set piece in the 60th minute or 50-something minute. I can't remember. We got a set piece, and that's when we managed to score, when Gabriel scored. And then we opened up the game. Before that, it was such a dead, boring game. We weren't able to break them down. They were just sitting back the whole time. Every time they lost the ball, everyone would be behind the ball, which suited us. So I don't think they'll play that way against us this time.
For the chat that is surprised that I'm saying that this was chance and we were lucky, bro, our group was favorable, bro. Yes, we had Bayern München, Atletico, and Inter, but outside of that, all of those teams were really, really doable. You know what I'm saying?
And two of those games were at home.
Yeah, exactly. Bayern München and Atletico was at home. You know what I'm saying? So for me, okay, cool, Marco, 2 years in a row, cool. Even if this guy brought us to the semifinal 10 years
in a row,
if you
I really gotta bounce. I gotta bounce.
I'll finish off by saying this.
We'll wrap up.
We'll wrap up.
But
even if you go,
even
if you finish, big up, bro. Even if you finish second 10 years in a row, even if you go to the semifinals 10 years in a row, which is a world record that one team has ever done in their whole existence, if you don't win it, it doesn't mean anything. Useless accolades do not mean anything if it doesn't end in silverware at the end of the day, bro. You know what I'm saying? And yes, you can win the Champions League, but it still doesn't give me hope for the future going forward when it comes to the league. You know what I'm saying?
And here's the thing, guys. If we win the league and the Champions League this season, or even the Champions League alone, bro, we will celebrate it for years to come. We might even like right now we're speaking obviously because we haven't won it yet. We don't have that euphoria, but we might be in such ecstasy and joy for the whole of next season because now we finally broke the Champions League curse that we won't give a crap anymore about what do we do next season. We might say, one season off, it's fine because we are European champions. So that might change later. But we're right now speaking in terms of logic, what makes more sense in the long run. But next season, maybe if we win the Champions League next season, you could see us 7th in the league, and we'll still be saying, well, guess what? We're European champions. What the hell can you do about that? Like, that'll happen. Like, just it is what it is. But if right now we're actually speaking logically, because right now that emotion isn't there, which is why what we're saying is logical. It's not out of
exactly. What we're doing is long-term thinking, not speaking out of emotion, not speaking out of our hearts. You know, so that's not what's going on right now. Obviously, later on, if we win the Champions League, our whole energy and what we say will be different. You know what I'm saying? But now that we are not on that dopamine, we are not high off that dopamine right now. Now we can still think logically. So if you think about it, yes, it would be amazing to win the first Champions League in our club's history. But at the end of the day, it still doesn't translate us to being an amazing league team that goes out and wins the league as well. Because let's not forget, guys, for me, at the end of the day, the number one trophy that a club can win is still the Premier League. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's very hard to be consistent in the Premier League and do what City did when they went 4 in a row. You know what I'm saying? That's unheard of.
Yeah, of course. 4 in a row, even back to back, is extremely difficult. Let alone 4 in a row. But we're saying at least set us up in a way where we can at least have a chance. And I think with Arteta we won't have a chance, honestly. Look, hopefully this conversation is all irrelevant. Hopefully we win on Sunday and we go like, oh my god, I can't believe we're going to win our first league in 22 years. But we have to first get the job done. And if we don't get the job done, it's all an irrelevant conversation, to be honest. And again, we're saying this assuming we even win the Champions League. We might not even make it past Atletico, because right now Atletico is the team that's on a high. Atletico are the team that just knocked out Barcelona. They're playing the semi-finals, if I'm not wrong, or the finals against Sociedad tomorrow in the Copa del Rey or after tomorrow. So if they win that as well, they're going to continue being in high momentum and high confidence. And they could easily have a very, very good first game, get a win, and then all they need to do is just park the bus in the second leg, which they would be capable of. So it's easy to say all this now. Like, the season could easily go left. Hopefully it doesn't. But I think we have a better league. I still say, okay, even if we lose to City, there is a chance, but I don't see it happening. I think we lose. Bro, Champions League, I genuinely cannot see a chance. I don't see how we could beat Bayern or PSG. The only way I think it can happen is if we win the league. No, I'm not going to say comfortably, but if we, let's say, beat City tomorrow, let's say Sunday, we go on to win the league, I think then they might play the semi-finals and finals a lot more relaxed, a lot more confident, and not stressed. And yes, then 100% that will change things. And maybe then we have a better chance. But if we end up losing this league, bro, there's no way we win the Champions League. There's no way. It translates. It carries on,
Yeah.
But yeah, let's
I think us doing ourselves no favors in a few months ago when we dropped points, when City dropped points, you know what I'm saying, and did not capitalize on the gap that we created by them losing, you know what I'm saying? For me, it shouldn't have come to this, you know what I'm saying? The situation that we're in with City, that this City game is literally a make or break type game, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like this, because literally months ago, people were speaking about, maybe we can get a standing ovation by City. You know what I'm saying? What was that word again, Ashraf? When you win the league,
standing ovation, not standing ovation. It's
what was it again? The guard of honor. People were speaking about City possibly giving us guard of honors and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
but this is the thing, This is why when we were saying before, we should have already wrapped up the league, or we should be further ahead by now. People are like, oh, that's so entitled. Who wins the league by Jan? Who wins the league by Feb? Because of this. Because we expected this. Because we said we cannot go to the City game where them winning the league means they go on top. We said that. And yet we came to that situation where them winning the league means they could go on top and the league is in their hands. So Yeah, it's mental. Wesley, I'm not going to be able to pull up the chats because there's a lot of them, and we obviously have to wrap up and leave. You know how the rules are, man. Like, only super chats are a must bring, but we try to entertain the chats as much as possible, right? It's just that we cannot entertain every comment. But I am reading the comments, guys. Don't get me like. And if obviously something comes up that's important, we'd bring it up. And Wesley, big up, bro. But you know, half your comments are just like gaslighting, so that's why I don't respond to a lot of them. But yeah, I'll bring up this one just out of respect. And remember, due to his favoritism, if we make the final as proven by his inclusion of Kepa in the previous final, he'll be tempted to include his favorites like Havertz, Odegaard at the cost of the best. Look, I definitely don't think he starts Havertz in the 10 again while Odegaard and Eze are there. I feel like even he would have seen it's not going to work. I think he might bring him off the bench if needed, let's say, and he'll play with 2 strikers. But I don't think he starts him, in my opinion. Odegaard, yeah, I agree. He will probably start Odegaard if Odegaard comes back. And while Eze is here, I think Eze should be the one starting in the 10 for now. I think Odegaard has lost it, in my opinion. And unless we get a new manager that hopefully can revive Odegaard, if Arteta stays, then Odegaard has to leave, in my opinion. Because I don't think he can
also
do
don't forget, maybe when a new manager joins and he sees some of these players, maybe he will just kick them out. Don't forget,
probably.
But
when
Enrique joined PSG, he threw a lot of good players outside the door. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't want them.
Yeah, 100%. And this is why, outside Madueke, I am happy to keep every other player at the club when a new manager comes in, for me to see what happens with that manager. Because what if that manager says, I'm not going to use Martinelli like that anymore. That's not his game. I'm going to use him as an inside forward so he can make runs behind. I'm not going to use Odegaard in that role anymore. I'm going to get Odegaard to play attacking football like he did 2-3 years ago. I'm not going to use Eze this way anymore. I'm not going to use Zubimendi this way anymore. That's why I want to first wait and see what does a new manager come and do with these players outside Madueke, because Madueke, I think that's the limit to what he can do. After that, I think that manager himself will say, okay, you know what? I've seen enough of this guy, ship him off. I've seen enough of this guy, ship him off. And anyways, whatever manager comes in, even before he sees the squad, he will still probably say, okay, but there's still this 1 or 2 players that I want to bring with me. That's why I said if Fabregas comes in, he might say, I want Nico Paz regardless. If Enrique comes in, he might say, I want Barcola or I want Due to come with me, for example. Like they might do it regardless. But I think some players, I will still give them one more chance if a new manager comes in, except Madueke. Madueke is the one guy who will like get the hell out of here no matter what happens.
And Trossard. Trossard needs to leave.
Yeah, Trossard needs to leave for me because of his age. But in terms of being an impact sub, I think he can do it. But yeah, because of his age, I would say, I think it's time.
So it's only downhill. He's
32,
from here.
He doesn't run. Yeah, it's only downhill. Exactly. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for sticking in. I can't believe we've had right now we have 33 people still with us, even though it was just me and T. To be honest, it is the most knowledgeable too in the Koora pod. So at least you got good conversations and
the most angry
and a good
too
discussion
as well.
Yeah, the angriest too. Exactly, the angriest too. We'll catch you guys in the next stream. Sami will be doing a watch along for the Sunday game, so make sure you tune in. I might do a stream, depends. To be honest, guys, I'll tell you this honestly. I always cancel plans when it comes to Arsenal. I always work my plans around Arsenal's games. This time I decided, F it. I don't know if it's worth it. There's a plan, and it depends on how I feel that day in the morning. If I think, nah, I don't think it's worth it, I don't want to cancel that plan for this team. I'll probably just watch it on my phone outside. But if I am at home, then I'll do a watch along, and you guys can join the. I'm gonna call it the press along.
And if you do, I'll maybe join for some emotional support, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Please do, bro. Please do, and we can laugh and cry at the pain together.
Anyways, guys, don't forget to like. Maybe we'll laugh at the end. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Laugh in pain, you mean? Yeah,
no. You never know. Maybe we'll clutch that 1-0 win. You never know.
No. But in that case, bro, if we somehow flukishly clutch a win, I don't think I'll be laughing. I'll be crying. I'll be like, oh, we did it.
Yeah.
Bro, I will not be laughing. What are you on about?
Yeah.
So, bro, anyways. Big up, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.